Good morning. I gotta turn my music back up a little bit. And I will take you guys over what I've done. I think we're in a good position here. So, the next part of the storyline that we need to do is attack the Etten. And I extended this a little bit. We did put some leather because we had a lot of extra all of a sudden. I started to transition to hard leather for the quivers, and I haven't made any leather armor whatsoever. So everybody's wearing some form of plate or chain armor. You can kind of see this guy right now is using an adamantine war pick. And I've also wasted quite a bit of it. It was kind of stupid, but we've got adamantine heater shields going on. We should hopefully have some adamantine bulwark shields in the mix as well. Down below here, tons of excess bronze. Like, I really haven't... what I should have done is probably just divided everything up, but I kind of liked the occasional steel trap going out, because I think that they do more damage. I would imagine that they do anyway. It's total speculation at this point, but it seems like the quality of your item kind of determines the renown that you'll end up with, and so I was kind of okay with, you know, the occasional one. So, I disabled bronze for almost everything. I can't even remember what the hell I am using bronze for. We're using steel for crossbows now. I did dig this out, and then I kind of prettied it up, and I think I did that on stream, but they hadn't really organized it yet. Once I put this guy on very high priority, because it used to just be this size, I only had enough room for tin. So I just connected over to the rest of the quarry and kind of filled in all the holes. You can see all the little lines of bricks in here. I went and had them like backfill all that so we had an even floor, and I just expanded that out. Even now it's getting a little bit lower. Can't really tell exactly what's up here. It looks like it's mostly copper and copper, silver, and gold up in this corner. And then this is mostly tin and silver down here. I've got this guy pretty much just doing gold and silver coin. Because we've needed the money. Now that we're buying the more expensive amulets, we spend about 2,000 every time we trade with anybody. And I have been buying more iron ore. And I can't remember what else. Oh, emeralds. Been buying that from the gnomes. I've only started to get them in, though. And it doesn't look like I don't think I've traded with these three. No, I must have traded with him. They don't really seem to bring anything other than, like, these Aegis brooches. There's that. Then I've also been buying his iron ore. And I think he had emerald up here. But I still, yeah, so pretty much just as emerald and just as iron. But I'm sure once our reputation's higher, they'll start to show up with better and better stuff, just like everybody else. So even just that, like even just a couple emeralds and 27 iron ore, 1,500 bucks. So food and drink, like it's a great way to start off with trading. But it doesn't take long before you really gotta have, like, something substantial to trade with them. Diamonds I've been holding on to just in case I run out of emeralds, because there are certain things that we just can't do if we don't have gems. There's another mechanic that I ran into yesterday off stream that was pretty cool too that I'll show you. I haven't fully figured it out yet though. Just bone. Yeah, I think that's it then. And that'll be 1,300 for that. I'm just getting down to fairly close, and then I'm topping it off with just water for now. Just to make the trade happen. Lots of iron. And we have been using a hell of a lot of iron as well. And as far as the elves go, I've just been buying all of their good arrows. And some of their shitty arrows, too. Because we go through a fuck pile of arrows right now. So back down to the bottom here real quick. Well, let me show you this one. So I hadn't built bookshelves before. And I started to fill them up with Elvish Treatise. I originally built them because we had a couple of books of sorceries. We were starting to get attacked down in the bottom. We have dread demons that are like the head honcho demon in the demon pit that we went into previously in campaign 6, I think. Could have been 7, could have been 8. I don't remember for sure. One of them had a freaking demon pit, and they are mean little fuckers. So this is the agate, and I did look up how you say it. It is agate. At least according to, I don't know, Google. And then at the very, very bottom, you run into mantle, and that is the bottom of the map. Just mantle there. But I haven't really had any luck with, like, I haven't found any moonstone. This is, like, probably the 5th and 6th diamond that I've found down there. Very, very rare to find diamonds. I haven't found a single moonstone that I'm aware of. One thing that I have been finding, that I think is coming from those demons, is orbs. I don't really know. So I've just been setting up pedestals for us to put them on, because I don't know what the fuck they do. Even if they're on a pedestal, you can emplace them, and we can, like, you know, put them on the ground. And I don't know if there's any difference between the two, but like the mouse over information for it is just that it's a rare orb. So I don't know where they come from, but I think we're getting them off of those demons, the dread demons. And then what else is going on here? Not really too much. Like, really all I did after I got offline with you guys, I went back through to these storage areas that we put in, and I bumped them all up to a higher priority, just to get them, to kind of force them to organize stuff a little bit. You can see we're still at 4,500 unhauled items at the moment. Then I extended that a little bit. I did put in those futons. Widened up our area here. Oh, I built another smelter. We're up to 6 smelter workshops. And since I can't find the moonstone stuff, we can't make mithril. Moon silver is what we need. An extremely rare metal. Haven't found it. Like, it must be pretty fucking rare. I don't know exactly where you get it from. And then as far as the mine goes, I think I had just got this next mining tech depot with the steel picks, or I had just started on it with the steel picks when we left off. So if I didn't, then part of this mine in here under the lapis, that may all be new. I'm not sure. I can't remember for sure if I had started working on that yet. This is all iron ore. Apparently a whole fuck pile of it that I had not even noticed that we ran into. Let's make sure that we have somebody out chopping that up. Coal is another thing that I've been buying again. I used to use it as money because we didn't need it all that often, but you do need coal to make steel. And then down here is where I've mostly got my gold. I did get a hell of a lot of it up here though, in the slate. So we have soapstone, and then the black stuff over here is slate. And then these little guys, that's oil apparently. So I thought that you only got it from demons, but apparently, see, all of this is all oil, and it's worth a lot. And it doesn't seem like I need a whole lot of it either, because I've kind of skipped, like, I feel like the oil deposits should be up in the lapis. Up in the lapis or in the quartz. I feel like that would be a more appropriate time for you to need oil for longbows. Because by the time you get down here, once you have steel, then you're making steel springs and leather. Levers, not leather. And then you're making crossbows. So, I don't know, by the time you get down here, it's almost... I hate to call it a useless resource, but it's kind of useless, you know? A little bit. I feel like there should be more stuff to do with oil. Like, I'm perfectly fine with all of it just sitting down here on the ground, because we can still trade it from down in the mines. So it doesn't matter if it's just sitting down there. So then, what else beyond that? Not much. I did start to build the gnome traders. I have another one that's going to go in here and one in the corner, but at the moment they haven't been able to build them lately. We have to bring the agate all the way up from the very, very bottom of the map and make it into pedestals, and then it takes 8 of them for them to put down a little Jesus, mouth. A little gnome trader area. And these little fellas, they only come like twice a year, I think. Or it's 2 days out of 2 months of the year. Maybe it's all 4. I don't know. I'll have to wait until they're not actually in it. It'll tell me how frequently they'll show up and on what days. No, I can't remember. But it is fairly infrequent. So did I already buy... Okay, it looks like I've already gone through and purchased all of these guys' arrows. And I've also been buying their level 4 talismans of accuracy, because they're going to help us out a lot. So today, I pretty much got to the point where I felt like we needed to save it. It seems like it's totally go time. We're being attacked by groups that are twice as large as this group. As far as armor-wearing orcs goes, the groups that are attacking us in the random waves are about 4 times as many armored orcs as we have orcs here. So I think it's time to get started. I feel like that's a little too loud. Okay, 3 might be a little too low. There we go. Just on that one song, on that one part of that one song, just grates my nerves. So, according to the storyline, we need to attack this guy first, and to do that, I think these are all fine. I think we can just leave them as is. I want to go to civilians and militia, and I want to take our farmers. They're going to become civilians. And then uniforms, civilians. Okay, good. Yeah. I want them to grab movement speed stuff, and that is it. And I can't remember if straw slows you down. I just need them to be fast. Hopefully it won't matter if we have 3 of them in there. It might be smarter for me to do just 1. Yeah, let's just do 1. Hopefully it won't take any longer. We'll throw those 2 back into that militia. Mr. Frozen Axe, you've been chosen. So this is the end down in the lodge. I'm just gonna mark that for cutting, and then I have to make absolute sure, yeah, that we have a safe zone. So the hope here is that he'll run over there, he'll try to cut that, he'll be unable to, and then he will hightail back, bringing the Etten with him. It'll take a little bit of time. The sun should be coming up pretty soon. Oh, well, okay, I guess it'll be a minute. We're about halfway through the night right now. All of our guys are restocking. I saved it right after I realized how big that wave was. With our current defenses, if I'm able to purchase all of the darkwood, redwood, and birch arrows that the elves bring in, we generally can kill absolutely everything off before it even gets to our spike traps with just the archers. This group was so fucking huge that, like, you can see all of our dwarves still carrying in bodies. This group is so huge that those few on the back, we ran out of arrows, and our guys were having to run from the top of the tower all the way down over to here to pick up more from both there and from over here at our armories, bolts and arrows. So then I just sent the ground troops into this part of it in the hopes that they would fight them on the traps. Didn't really work. Like, they didn't end up fighting them on the traps, but they did end up kicking the snot out of everyone who was left. So that part worked out. So we do have really good weapons and armor. We've definitely got to keep an eye out here, and I may have to delay this, having that farmer come over to cut that. I would rather not. I need them to come out and pull all of these siege ladders. But it looks like for now they would prefer to use them. And then another little thing that I did, just clear that out so that hopefully all of this debris wouldn't be in the way when we go to build those traps. I did set this guy up for just, I thought, armor and coin. Apparently I also had weapons checked in there too. And I had built the first smelter to loot and cremate corpses, and then I ended up putting another one up at the top of this thing at the base of the tower. As far as the wall goes though, I just made this part a little bit taller. But that's about it. Like, I had a little bit more worked basalt, so I added another layer on the back end. But the front end's about one block higher than the rest of it right now. And then I put in this little quartz one, but I can't recall if that was on stream or off stream yesterday. Okay, it's green over here, so our little dude is on his way. I don't know where he is, though. I don't think he's headed out quite yet. Where you at, little fella? Hello? Ah, there he goes. Are you still equipped? That might be bad. He should not have a long bow. Oh, okay, I see what happened. Yeah, so, shit. I do have to either switch both of these guys off of being farmers, or make them all three civilians, because one of the farmers that's in the militia decided he was gonna go do the work. He's gonna leave all of his equipment outside too if I do that. Feel like I should just make him something else for a little while. So Frozen Axe is gonna remain a farmer. He is asleep at the moment. I'm gonna make those two laborers. No, I don't want you as laborers. They pretty much have to be like craftsmen or something. You can be craftsmen. If I make him into laborers, he's gonna drop all of his equipment. Oh, he might anyway. Oh, just his ring of speed. That won't be too big of a deal. Guess the other guy's taking a nap. Made him a craftsman so that he won't have to swap out his bow or any of his arrows. And I'm going to do it in the order that they told us to. We're going to see if, hopefully the same thing will work out for these guys. But they have some pretty good bows, so I'm not as confident. Because we might just walk over there and get shot in the face. These guys, I think we can pull no problem. Might even be easier than pulling the Etten. I'm a little worried that he'll be able to catch up, so hopefully our guys will get some speed bonus jewelry stuff. And there he goes. Totally unarmed and unarmored, so that he can move quickly. Just want him to be able to outpace that Etten. We got a new guy, Bellowrock, the warrior. We started out with absolutely fuck all for skills, though. I guess archer. You can be an archer. Go do arch. Oh. Looks like he saw the Etten, but the Etten didn't see him. There's no way in hell I'm going to be able to find those guys again. Oh, nice. Yeah, we will. Alright then. Farmer, farmer. Hardy Stout and Battle Mace can be moved over to becoming civilians. Hopefully they're not too far away, because they're just gonna dump all their shit on the ground. What I'm worried about is all the stuff that we have going on outside of the walls. I'm a little worried that our guys are going to be in the middle of it when we pull these enemies. So I really want to pay attention to, you know, where the Etten is. I want to try and make sure that everybody gets inside the wall and to their posts before he shows up, you know? Uh-oh, monsters. I'm gonna mark both of those. I think it'll matter. I think it's just a matter of luck. Better actually go pay attention to this. So I've got like one imp that always appears on the stairs, and then we have a dread demon that likes to appear down here. And I've actually had the guard, our current guard post is usually down, actually underneath this, just in case we run into these guys, because they are definitely a threat. So let's do an attack. We'll send the warriors down. They should already be respawning. I had actually had to go in to combat and reselect the dwarf warriors, because the other guys were not having a very good time trying to defend themselves. I've even upgraded them to better armor, and now might be the time to upgrade them to plate armor. Let's see, and start to get our archers wearing some more of the chain armor. So these are redwood shields. I'm just gonna leave those, I think. And I do, unfortunately, have an adamantine war axe that one of the dread demons had dropped, but nobody seems to want to upgrade to it. Even though it should be better than the war picks. When I go to military uniforms and soldiers, I have the war picks right above the war axe, but since everyone has a war pick, they would rather use a lower quality war pick than pick up the war axe, and I don't know of anything that I can really do about that other than maybe choose somebody else. Yeah, maybe that is what we'll do, like the laborers. We'll tell them that it's okay for them to use a war axe. We'll have one of them go and grab it. Oh, there we go. Okay. So he's been spotted. And I'm hoping that he can outrun him. I'm gonna let him get fairly close. And then I'm gonna tell all of these guys to quit fucking around and get in there. Yeah, see, this is when I made him a civilian, he dropped all of his stuff, so everybody's running out there to grab it. Looks like they're swapping their arrows out for his better arrows, so now it's just pine oak and yew arrows that are out here. Okay, he's definitely close enough, and I'm a little worried. So we're gonna have to go to combat until militias and soldiers, and probably civilians too for safety, to man their posts. I gotta find our demon. Oh, they killed it. Okay. As long as they killed it. And it doesn't look like that one dropped a weapon, unfortunately. Or a book. It did drop 7 copper and 2 silver coins, but that was about it. Let's delete that attack area. And then, just to be sure, just gonna toggle all these again. I've told all the civilians to get to the safe area. I've told all of our soldiers and our archers to man their posts. Then I want to make sure that the archers are at the top of the tower, not the bottom. Laborers and haulers are in the reserve area, just behind the warriors who go to guard post 1. And it might not be working. That guy should be okay, because he should see the Etten and then just turn around. But I'm really worried about these guys that just aren't listening. Like this hauler's going out to try and pick up those arrows in the quiver now. Even though I've told them to man their fucking post. They're supposed to ignore work and training tasks. I don't think he's gonna. So he's dead, because AI. Fucking idiot. And there were more of them that were running out there too. The next target is the gnolls in the White Tower. You'll need a substantial force to fight them. When your army is ready, either use an attack area to order an attack on the gnolls, or lure the gnolls into your outpost and traps by sending a dwarf to get their attention. That really does piss me off, but what are you gonna do? That thing was filthy fucking rich. It dropped 50 gold coins, 2 Etten clubs, 2 silver coins, and 4 copper coins, plus a book of sorcery. Nice. Truly a shame that we had to lose poor Bellow Rock, but nothing I could really do about it. I guess what it could have done is reloaded. It could have reloaded when the farmers were inside the walls and had them drop their stuff, and then people wouldn't have been going out to collect it. Hey, look at that. One of our hunter traps net a deer. Sorry, deer. So I do want to come back out and I want to cancel that. We don't need to actually cut the grass. And I'm hoping that we can pull these guys. Wait a minute, these guys don't have bows. Oh, I guess a couple of them do. I thought that gnolls only used bows. We've only fought them one time during the campaign, and all of them had bows. And they're using bows made of stone. That's totally hacks. Why can't I make stone bows? Just because it's a monster weapon. So I'm gonna try probably one of those and one of these. We'll see if that gets us close enough that they'll notice us. Try to pull them too. There's our replacement dwarf. And he wants to be a smith? Cool. Doesn't really matter. They're gonna do a little bit of work, but not much. Oop. Gotta take the civilians off of manning their safe zone, or it's not gonna go our way. Okay, is that the last of the... Yeah, good. That was the last of his arrows, I think. So we're still gonna have people that are gonna come out and want to haul stuff, but I think that'll be it. Oh, okay, he was upgrading weapons. Apparently that guy had an iron weapon. Bracelets. Then hopefully they'll listen? I don't know. Did you just put on wood armor? What the hell? What were you using before? Why do I have people without armor? What do? Coffee. Of course, it's already getting cold. Thanks, coffee. I thought we were friends. Alright, well, he definitely noticed the gnolls. They didn't seem to have noticed him, though. Okay, so let me cancel those two then. We'll try the same deal on this mushroom. We'll try the turnip. Maybe I can get him to come up over the hill over here, and then he shouldn't see him until he gets kind of to the top there. Need to figure out a way to use the tower to our advantage and be able to approach a little bit more closely. Okay, and we'll also mark this turnip. Try one of these rain root, but I don't think that's gonna work. Because I think with the rain root, they'll probably just route straight from over here and they'll get up into here and run, but screw it, we'll give it a shot. Try this grass over here too. So with the Etten over at the lodge here, there's a nice wall here, too high wall, and that's why I picked the grass in here. The first guy, he saw the Etten before the Etten saw him and took off, but the second guy got pretty close and the Etten just happened to be looking that way. So I don't think that those other two are going to route to anything until they get back to this safe zone, but since we have 3 farmers, the third farmer should be on his way out here to cut one of those, and then once they do get to the safe zone, they should turn back around and come back out. And we're already halfway to our next invasion. Might have to try and pull both groups at once. Yeah, you just got up to the top of this little hill and said, fuck that. Said, oh hell no. So you guys won't even go drink, huh? I have to unmark them. Can't have people passing out from dehydration. Oh, another thing that I can totally confirm here. All we're growing here is trees. Redwood and darkwood. The elves have started to bring us the seeds for them. So even over here, that's just a bunch of redwood. This is mostly redwood with a couple of patches of darkwood. And then I've cut this back so that I could fit in some one more gnome market here. And I cut those two back so I could fit an additional one over here so that we had 5. Then we'll have one in the corner, 3 next to it, and 1 right across from them. But I don't know if I actually need 5. I don't know. It seems like we do okay with iron without them. Good morning, Metroid. But our farmers were never able to actually get a crop going. Like, they would plant a couple of random things in there. We have to have water barrels, and we have to have those water barrels set to a higher priority so that the haulers will keep them full of water. Otherwise, the farmers are just useless. So no matter where our farms are, we need to have some sort of water supply, like, directly adjacent to them so the farmers can go and multitask and keep all these going. 2 farmers is plenty for all of that if we keep them stocked up with water. And if we don't, they can't do any of it. I had disabled all 4 of these where we were going to grow mushrooms as well. All I really needed to do, because they weren't making any progress. They were planting like four crops down here. And the water for this area is just right over here, but it was still too far away. Like, they couldn't route the water over there. So I made a little stockpile here, but it didn't move its priority up. And now that we're kind of going for gold, trying to get the gnolls to come and attack us, I don't think I'm going to bother. But yeah, if we were going to want to grow food down there, we just need to make sure that we have water right there. You just pick it up, walk 2 steps, drop it off, and this should be okay. I was really hoping to get through this fairly quickly. We have a limited amount of time today. Deb's got the day off again, but she's taking a nap, so I figured I'd do a little mini stream. Oh, come on, get caught, damn it. I hate to get anybody killed on purpose, but I might just have to. Okay, we're going to try something here. I'm going to set up an attack area all the way back here for the trained archers, the crafters, and the militia bowmen. And then I'm going to set up an additional one just a little bit ahead of that. Only for the warriors. We'll see how it goes. I would think that we can totally out DPS them if we can get our whole group over there before they start to rush us. And it doesn't look like they're very well armored. So I'm actually really confident in our ability to fuck them up, but... Oh, that's that farmer going out to cut those other ones. Yeah, so for now, I'm gonna have those guys go and grab some bows again. This would be a really bad time for demons to appear down in the bottom there, but it'll probably happen. So there's our archers getting into place. Hopefully they can't fire down on them. I kind of really need you to group up though. I'm gonna put in another one over here, because I don't think they'll have line of sight unless one of them wanders outside of that wall. Oh nice, spring has sprung. Another new dwarf. And you're a laborer? That's just fine. Couldn't grab your gear. Previous employee left a big old stockpile over there for you, so just go for it. And now I'm hoping that, that more of them stay. Let's try this then. But I think they're getting hungry and thirsty. I'm gonna do 2 guard areas. Do one there, and one up here. Wrong area. My bad. Get rid of that. That one needs to be an archer post. I guess technically they both do. I think I can leave that one as a guard post. That's post 8 that's down the hill. Everybody's getting thirsty and hungry and deciding that they want to go and do their regular tasks. So I'm going to assign them all to Archer Post 8. And then I'm going to assign all the guards to here after they meet up down here at Guard Post 8. Combat. Soldiers and militia, man your posts. Oh, back into military. Pull the reserves. Who hopefully aren't going to go dig into a cave of dread demons. That shit's super awkward. I've still got archers leaving. Fucking pricks, come on. Well, they're basically there, so guards go up to post 10, which is this one at the top of the hill. We'll start to move the archers to there. Because I think the archers can initiate combat from over there. Shit, I hadn't noticed they weren't going to the post. They were only going to the attack area. They do pretty good with attack areas. But I don't know. I don't know where the balance is in that. Like, if I had complete control over them, and I were to send them out here, and half of them were to die of dehydration, is that better than them, you know, just kind of ignoring me occasionally? Pretty sure those first arrows are gonna do it, though. Whoa. Stupid fucking farmer. I don't know what the hell he's up to. He's probably dead, though. Oh, I see. They got thirsty and decided to leave, so now they're all gonna die. Hello, silly. Oh, gnolls are hackers. Apparently it doesn't matter how many arrows they have in their back. I thought that we had an advantage built in there, because the gnolls don't have... they only have like 3 arrows. Let's do another attack area over toward this way. I don't know, we might be okay. We might be able to get out of this without any losses, because with all of our archers fanned out over here, they did turn around and go and initiate attacks on any of the gnolls that were going after the civilians that were heading out. Now, the ones that actually listen should be just fine. But we do have one that had some pretty good armor that's kind of hidden for the base there. Okay, and then that's their archers. So I'm hoping that they'll be able to take him out before they kill off like that guy who's getting shot with arrows. But I don't think that our warriors are going to be able to make it over to him quite in time. We'll try. Oh yeah, walk over there and stand there. That'll help. He didn't have any arrows. Run before you die, dumbasses. Come on. Can we do this without a loss? Motherfuck. They cut him down right after he loosed an arrow that was able to kill Mr. Stoneforge, the dipshit. Yeah, I can't really do much about it. They don't have any equipment. The only other thing that I could do is have the archers go and beat him down with their bows. I think it'd be better for our guys to go and catch up. And then I do need another attack area. What are you? You're one of our laborers. The laborers have actually gotten pretty well equipped. A laborer should be able to go toe-to-toe with him and take him out. I think he's heading on back, though, so that'll work out for us. The warriors made quick work of that last gnoll archer over here. Okay, then these can all go. And any attack areas over in this area can all go. And I shouldn't have any guard posts over here anymore, should I? Yeah, I think I got him. If the gnoll had continued to assault the castle, we would have been fine. I just would have had to make sure that all of our laborers and haulers get their butts inside. And we should probably start pulling that next one. So I'm going to try this again. I'm gonna pull all the farmers out to be civilians. We're gonna try cutting down some of this grass up here. I'm hoping that they won't be able to see them until they like come around the corner. Oh, and these orcs are a little bit further out, so let's try and cut some of that too. And then with that group, we're going to need arrows, and hopefully we'll be able to pull them up into the traps. They have 3 big old entons with them as well. Yeah, fuck them up. Got him. Next target is the gnolls in the White Tower. Oh, wait, that's the one that we just did. The last target is the orcs, goblins, and 3 entons in the ruined fortress. Like with the gnolls, you can bring the fight to them or try to lure them to your outpost, and that's exactly what we're going to do. And then, if I can find it, because they're incredibly difficult to see. I should have an attack area in here to get rid of. Hopefully that got it. Okay, back over to guard posts. The warriors now need to go to guard post 1, which should be right up front. Yeah, that one there. And the archers need to go to the top of the tower. But they need to grab arrows and everything first, so that's all we're gonna set for now. We'll wait and see how the farmers do making their way over there. Should have enough time, hopefully, for all of these archers to go and restock themselves with bows and arrows. How far away are we here? So we're at day 1 of spring. On day 4, we'll be able to restock on arrows. So we're pretty much completely stuck with what we have in reserve, and that is not a good thing. I'm going to move the craftsman to maximum priority. I have one of them working on redwood and darkwood bolts, and then after that, just regular, any old, whatever kind of bolt he can come up with. I'm going to do yet another one for bolts. Oh, apparently I already had one for any kind of bolt and any kind of arrow. Those are going to go straight up to the top with all the rest. I want to make the good ones first if we happen to have the wood, and then after that, who gives a fuck? Any kind of bolt, any kind of arrow. I want to do the exact same thing over on the other one too. Except for backwards. Once we have a base of 60 bolts, I want him to work on 300 arrows. And I could get rid of the 150 arrows. Basically, I had them getting, a minimum number of bolts and a minimum number of arrows, and then if we didn't need armor or any of the other things that we make at the armory, wooden bucklers, wooden armor targets or any of that, then I had them just continue working on arrows so that we'd get stocked up. But we are like fucking out. It's just no bueno. I'm gonna have to delay it. We're gonna have to take on another invasion here. We really don't have much choice. I'm gonna cancel cutting down any of that stuff. I had to sneeze. And we're just gonna have to stock up. So if we're gonna stock up, back over to military, I want these guys training and only going up to the base of the tower, and then the dwarfs, I want them down in the quarry, and they can actually go to guard post 7, which is just further down in the quarry. I just didn't get all fancy and rename it. They're gonna train, and then they when they're in their idle time, they should be heading down back over to combat, and go ahead and untick both those so everybody goes back to work. Yeah, if we still had a decent stockpile of bolts and arrows up on the tower, I wouldn't have been all that worried, but these are all bone dry. We don't have a single arrow or bolt to our name. We're about 3/4 of our way to our next invasion, which is going to be substantial. We do have some injuries that we can take care of as well. Then probably about this time toward the next invasion after this one, we're going to have to try and get them pulled in. I would like to kill them off before that last invasion, if at all possible. And I hope we're not going to have a problem here. We may have to delay it even further while they go and loot all this stuff. It's pretty far out, though. I don't know if they'll actually make their way over and grab all this shit with how far out these guys are. I was looking to see if they dropped anything, like, interesting or important, but I see some copper coins. I was kind of hoping that they would have, like, books or something. Oh, so the neat thing with the books, as you place the, like, elvish treaties and books of sorcery up on these shelves, there's a message that comes up that you have learned a little bit of what you need to know to do things that I have never heard of, like put out a hunter cabin or build a demon shrine. Those are the only two I can think of off the top of my head. I think there's like 4 different ones that I've found so far. But it looks like all of our bookshelves are full, so I may just start a library real quick, because we should still have some books laying on the ground. See, I had a purpose for this, but I don't think we're going to make it far enough for it to matter. I think 3 ought to do it. And I'm going to put those all up on max priority. All of these should have been as well. Let's see if we can get somebody to grab one of the books that's laying on the ground. Yeah, like, see, I have a bunch of elvish treatise that I've bought already. So somebody should go over and grab those, put them on the shelf, and we'll see the message. But I haven't figured out, like, if it unlocks another, like, workshop that we can place, or what exactly it does. Ah, shit, we're low on food. That's gonna be a problem, actually. We are very low on food. So drink I'm not so worried about. Looks like there's some tart bushes in here. For the most part, I've cut the food back fairly far. Mainly, especially in the dark here. Looking for berries and mushrooms. Typically I trade for food. I see rain root over here, and I see some foxglove, but that's used to make a medicine. So I'm hoping that over in the trees there were some more... Shit, I can't remember what they're named. The red mushrooms. Hoping there's more of those in there. Red spore? Something like that. There we go. There's a decent patch of them. Really difficult to see. More turnips down there as well. Alright, beyond that, I think we'll be okay. We have a lot of bodies that we need to cook. Or loot and cremate. That'll give us some cooked monster meat, and I don't know if they particularly like it, but it's better than starving, right? So hopefully the smiths will get up there and start to work on that. Here's another one. Demon skull. I haven't figured out what the fuck you do with those. Monster skulls are what you use out here. Demon skulls are something totally different, and I haven't found a crafting recipe or anything that I can do with it. I can't put it up on a pedestal. They can only hold orbs. I have no idea. I haven't figured it out yet. I'm assuming that it has something to do with, like, the demon shrine. Or, here we go. Uncovered a clue about building the shrine, animal garden. I don't know how to build shrines, though. I don't have like a shrine tab under workshops. So I'm wondering if it will appear in here once we have all of the knowledge of it, or if maybe I've overlooked it somewhere. Like maybe, I mean, it could totally be a recipe that we make in one of these. Because we do have like pillars and statues. I don't have shrines as far as I'm aware. That one's an animal garden. There's also a demon one. Don't see it at any of those. I don't know, but it only says that we uncovered a clue about building it. It hasn't actually told us that we know everything that we need to know quite yet. So we should actually be a hell of a lot safer when it comes to like hunting. Not quite safe enough for us to go and enable it though. We'd lose a hunter and we wouldn't really be able to control when we engage those guys. Got a decent stockpile of redwood logs, and they should prioritize using redwood and bolts. Also allowing them to use redwood for crossbows too. There's another shrine. Oh, okay, it's a demon portal. I thought it was a demon shrine. I don't know. A way for us to summon demon, maybe? I think we get these off of the Book of Sorcery, and then the animal garden type stuff. I think we get those from the Elvish treatise. I don't know. Then, doesn't look like we got one for every single one that we put in there, so maybe there's a random chance that you get it. Oh, here we go. Another one was a spider cave, a shrine spider cave. And you get those, like, as you place the books. For some reason. Oh, I thought that guy was carrying a demon body. He's bringing a pedestal up. I could actually finish this out now. There was a hole in the floor before, so just had him throw some worked basalt down there. I'm just taking a look. If we're going to take another invasion on, just want to make sure that I got all those siege towers and everything down. Looks like we did. Yeah, it appears so. So we've been making a little bit of progress on the additional traps. I've only been going for the auto-resetting ones, and I've put them at, like, you know, the corners, the places where people are, or where monsters are most likely to go. This was one of their favorite areas to set up ladders, and over here was as well. So I've tried to trap them there, and then they seem to be building those more frequently because of all the fucking debris in here. Even though I would rather have them up in the kill zone here. As long as we're making them somewhere, I guess it's all good, right? I'm still seeing a lot of people with really empty quivers. Like the guy that's walking up to the top of the tower right now has nothing. I don't know, hopefully that won't be too big of a problem. It's definitely not good though. Nobody's bothered to come out. They did come out and grab the book. Apparently they've completely disregarded the coin and the Eton clubs. That's okay though. Suppose I could have them come down and chop all that up. I think at the moment they're just going out and grabbing food. Well, I don't know. If we're gonna go into siege mode, like, I think we'll be fine for the next couple of days. Everybody that was on that hunting party apparently went and ate already. But let's have them go and throw some barrels down in here. And I'm gonna move those up to very high priority. Then we might as well have them start working on some mushrooms. So we'll do bearded, Cylin, white cap, and blue cap. And then I was gonna go and dig one of these out and fill it in with dirt. I don't think we're gonna need to, though. We could always do it right here too. This was another overflow storage for food, but now that we're so low on food, not gonna matter, right? Oh, we got our guy that died either buried or he decayed, and we did get a new cook. So we'll throw him down in that militia with the bows. That'll help us out a little bit too. Should be getting pretty low on like normal logs soon. Ooh, that invasion's coming fast. Okay, I'm gonna have to break this up here. So I've got them concentrating on bolts mostly, but I do need one of them to go and start working on arrows, because everybody with a long bow is just kind of fucked right now. They got nothing. It looks like our next invasion's gonna happen on the 3rd, so we may be able to purchase some if we can make it to the 4th from the elves. Looks like the humans will be here tomorrow. And the gnomes don't really matter all that much, but they won't be here again until the 7th. They trade in some of the best stuff eventually, but we don't really have the standing with them to get like good ore at the moment. So they're kind of bottom of our list for people that we want to trade with at the moment. It's mostly the elves. Like, I really need more arrows. Well, fuck. So we got little shit that'll spawn there on the steps, and he's usually an easy kill. Problem with the way that I set up our crafters, our craftsmen, and our smiths are all using ranged weapons, which is great during a siege. Not so great when stuff spawns in the basement here, though. And then that asshole there. So I do need an attack area. We'll just do it the same way that we did last time. I want to start getting all of our really well-equipped soldiers moving down here. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay, they got a hit in there. Oh, is it gonna matter? I think he seems to just pick a random target and then just ignore everyone and go for him. He's really kind of a dick. And the worst one, oh nice, is he going back down? Excellent, yes. Yes, go fight our guys with the armor. Great. Our next wave of orcs is coming. Oh, don't die. Oh, fuck me. Just lost somebody out of the military. Wow, that time he dropped an adamantine sword as well as a war axe. But it did cost us one of our dudes. Mr. Odo. Oh, okay. Mr. Odo was a laborer. Unfortunately, he's in the militia, so he's not smart enough to not fight. Even though all of our ironclad warriors were right there, literally getting to the point where they're almost all like actually covered in iron. I love it. Back over to military. You guys go ahead and grab bows. It's not really going to matter. We don't have any arrows for you. I'm going to leave the crafters just out doing whatever they need to do. I'm going to move the militia up to the top of the tower, as well as the archers. And I'm going to move all the melee guys, the dwarf warriors, the laborers, and the haulers to guard post 1 and the reserves. Because this is going to get fucking brutal without enough ammo. And that's why I left the crafters just doing whatever they can. We'll get everybody into position, though. Okay, and now I gotta pull the laborers in as well, I think. Let's see, are you guys grabbing wood? I don't know what the fuck they're doing. Trying to craft something. Oh, they must be going for this. Nope, I have no idea. Well, I don't want them to get cut off by the attackers. I probably waited too long. I'd hope that they would just grab some logs and start running back in. I don't know, I might have fucked this. I definitely may have. Well, we'll buy all the humans logs. What else you got? You got some wheat beer, you got some strawberries. Excellent. That'll take care of the food problem. Just gonna buy it all off of this guy. I'm gonna buy his wheat. I'm gonna buy his straw. So that hopefully if they are leaving to get straw, they won't need to anymore. Also want all of his hard leather. I'm gonna buy his level 4 Brooch of Health and his level 2 Brooches of Protection. Same deal with pretty much all 5. Buy all their logs so that we can replace our arrows. Buy all of his wheat beer so that we can drink it. Buy any of his good food now that I've got one of them. That one had a whole lot of food, so I bought all of his food. But now we'll just buy whatever their best stack of food is. And then hard leather. I think I'm gonna go and get all of his bandages too, just so that there's one less thing that we need to craft. And that'll probably be it for the rest of these guys. So I traded off most of our water. We'll just use the rest of it to kind of fill the gap. If I can get it to within like 30, then we'll top it off with water for the last 30. Oh, nice. That guy had carrots. I don't know what they were trying to craft with, what they were going after to try and craft with out there. I would imagine it's probably straw, though. Fuck it, just keep it. I was like 3 gold over on that one. Or 3, whatever, 3G. Okay, I must have already traded with him. How did I manage that? Guess I missed this guy. Oh, no, I'm on sell. There we go. So we just have to get through this one wave, and then we'll be able to buy, hopefully all the arrows that we need off of the elves tomorrow. Okay, just one more. How are we doing on coal? It's pretty low. We should have enough though. We need coal for iron. We got broccoli. Did I get all of his logs? I did. Well, that was pretty cheap. Cool. They'll come on the 4th. Yeah. So tomorrow we'll have some elves to trade with. Then I think these guys, yeah, they come on the 7th, so we won't probably be trading with the gnomes by the time we're done with this. How's it going, Dom? Alright, well, it's already begun. It's not looking so hot, though. We don't have a whole lot of guys firing. I'm kind of okay with it, like with those guys. I would rather conserve the bolts for the heavier armored guys. Get in there. I need these guys to get the fuck inside the walls, because if they're still too close, then they'll try to attack. They are dumb. Putting a hell of a dent in them, even with the little bit of equipment that we do have, but it's gonna be a pretty crazy fight, I think. Okay, do we have any of these installed? Don't think we do. I think our traps still end right there. I'm going to send the warriors in. They're still in pretty good shape. And I'm kind of hoping that they make their way around and start to engage the majority of these guys back on the traps, but doesn't look like it. Then the reserve is probably going to get split to take on the siege, people that are going to siege our walls. So then for comparison here, these guys are at about a 300 combat rating, and just as an average, that's right about on with our trained military guys. Let's see how she goes, though. Looks like we're clearing them out, clearing out the initial attackers pretty well. Now we got to keep an eye on these assholes. So he's going to be able to climb back down, and I would imagine he'll actually probably try to go up into the tower. I'm going to have to send the haulers after him because it's just the one. The laborers are better equipped than the haulers. Oh man, if he doesn't get back up, he is fucked. See if there's any haulers available that can go help him. Yeah, 3-on-1, 4-on-1. He is fucked. And it looks like these guys... No, they're still coming in. So I shouldn't have attacked the gnolls when I did. I should have waited until after the invasion. I was hoping that we would have enough gear to take them all on. If we're all stocked up on gear, though, hell, we haven't really lost anyone up until this attack. Did one of them make it to the top? Oh, man. None of these guys are equipped. We're gonna lose a lot of people. We get the warriors to start heading that way. The laborers and haulers are unfortunately closer, so they're gonna have to deal with this dude. That was fucking terrible. That was our worst attack that we've had, or our worst defense that we've had in pretty much the entire game. The entire campaign. So far, counting the dude that died earlier, that's 6, 7, 8, 9. We've lost 10 dwarves, 11 maybe, this whole playthrough, and we just lost 10 in one fucking attack. That really blows. This is my fault though. I overreached. If I had paced myself there, put 11 more sarcophagus down. If I paced myself there and I'd gone after that one Etten and then waited for that invasion, we would have been able to kick the shit out of them. We just didn't have the bolts and bows that we needed. So we'll get all those guys buried. We're up to 94 people. Should have 12 more people coming in to join us. Back over to military, we'll pull the reserves. We'll have to get rid of all those ladders. Archers go to tower base. Dwarf warriors go down into the quarry. We'll recover though. I think the majority of the people that we lost were in the militia. Let's go check our soldiers. I'm pretty sure we may have lost a uniformed archer, but I doubt it. So probably just mostly workers. I didn't see any... Oh, okay. So our needlesmith died. We'll have to go and replace him. I was going to say I didn't see any messages saying that anyone was like the last of a particular class. But yeah, we did lose our one and only needlesmith. Military, civilians. A couple of haulers, I think mostly these guys. I think they were the ones that were hardest hit. I think we lost a couple of our reserve needlesmiths. So they're actually going to be pretty important right now. We have one cook, 2 cooks who are also needlesmiths, 1 craftsman, one of our hunters. You can go back to needlesmithing for sure. I'm going to set several of them over to it to get everybody all healed up. Anybody that's got a decent amount of skill in it, pretty much, gonna go over to needlesmith. We don't give a flying about the loom. But we do want them to go and doctor up as many of our guys as they can before the next attack. There we go. So anybody that had the needlesmith skill at like level 8 or above, I promoted back over to it. We haven't broke it again yet. Well, there was a little break there. We're getting pretty close, honestly. There was a little break there, but it was off stream. Where I got up to like 7,000 items again. I went and took a shower and just left it on. Took forever for the next set of traders to come in, and then I was able to sell off all the agate and soapstone that was holding the game up. But I think it's like a cap on the total number of entities. I don't think it's just the unhauled items. They just happen to be the easiest way for us to mitigate the problem. I think it's like eventually if you had 20,000 items that were in place, like if we were to go and put you know, a canopy over this and build in multiple floors and expand on our castle, I think eventually the game just kind of eats it. Oh no, lost the Donna Man because of distractions. Did you leave it unpaused? It's one of my worst things that I do. So we're starting to get elves and gnomes. What, are you broken? Gnomes are only supposed to show up on the 1st and 7th days. Interesting. But they're showing up with the elves. That may actually be a bug. Ooh, sapphires. We don't have any sapphires. I don't think I would actually want to pay for them, though. I can't think of anything that we need sapphires for. Interesting. So silver ore is 45. Silver coins are 30. I wonder how many coins I can get out of silver ore. Left it unpaused for a half hour. Oh, man. Deb does that kind of stuff all the time, too, in RimWorld on accident. She'll come back and she's like, shit, it's still running. Shit, we're all dead. It happens. Well, I definitely want his emeralds. I'm not sure if they're selling silver ore at a low enough price that we can actually make our money back. So I'm gonna skip it. That'll be something for us to test out, though, for sure. Right now, I'm just trying to finish out this part of the campaign, so I'm not as concerned, really. Oh, I was already trading copper coin. My bad. I do want their emeralds, though. We use those in our auto reloaders for all of our spike traps. And we've got a decent little stockpile there. I'm really hoping that our engineer can get the rest of them in. Most important, though, now that they're showing up, I'm gonna wait until they all get in here, I think. Flying arrows off of the elves. Okay, and it looks like they're all here. I wonder if we... nah, I don't think we need to... We'll buy their foxglove cream, but I don't think we need to purchase any of their other stuff. And I'm so close here, or at least I feel like I'm so close, that I do think I'm going to continue to buy their elvish treatise. We're also going to buy that darkwood longbow. For the most part, I would prefer that they don't use longbows, but the darkwood ones are really good. Really, really good. If it really came down to it, though, if it was crunch time and we just didn't have any money, all I would purchase off of these guys is the arrows. We should have plenty of money, though, unless one of these guys brought like 10 darkwood stuff, and then we're gonna be out of money. At least I hope so. It's gonna suck if I'm wrong. I don't think I'm gonna buy silk from them either, but we can make like silk bandages and whatnot now. Mainly just arrows. If they, and no short bows either, even if they're darkwood. Darkwood heater? Okay. I think that was this guy. So we just have 2 more to trade with here. Oh god, one of them did bring 3 darkwood longbows. I know that we have some people using redwood. I don't think that we have very many people using regular longbows at the moment though. So I'm okay with buying them for now. I think that even if the darkwood longbow is better, they'll still prefer to use a crossbow. So we might have some of them that I'm purchasing that are just going to end up laying on the ground, unfortunately. Last one. Before I purchase that quiver, I think we're actually doing just fine on quivers. So I'm looking for the brown ones. Actually, I'm not seeing any quivers down here in storage. Oh, okay, they're up on the tool rack. So these lighter ones, those are all soft leather. Nope, I don't see any beast or hardwood or hard leather ones in there. So I'm gonna go and buy that hard leather quiver to as well. Down to weapons. He didn't bring any bows. Good deal. Then I can't be tempted to purchase them. That was a fairly cheap one, so we'll throw in an amulet. Ah, fuck it. Keep it. Close enough. Oh yeah, we got a bunch of people using oak. Good deal. So we do have too many longbows, but we should have more people showing up to join too. They'll be able to grab a longbow. I'm just hoping that there's still arrows laying on the ground after everybody goes and fills up their quivers. It's gonna be pretty rough if we have to go 2 invasions without enough arrows. I don't know, even though we're 10 people down, I am tempted to try and pull that last group. Because it looks like we're doing okay on food now. Let's go back over to this guy. I'm gonna buy all his food. Mine sell? Of course I am. I'm like, wow, he brought a lot of good shit. Pea pods, cabbages, and gray sprouts. Fuck it. Something for him to eat, right? That puts us up to 219 food. Let's buy one more. One more big group of food. Because I'm not actually positive that we can make it through another one of these if we don't get rid of those guys now. Well, now we would be able to, now that we have all of that, we should be able to kill all these guys before they even get in again. Okay, and I'm going to just move those arrows back down under the bolts. Keep them going and farming them. Mr. Matron, how you doing, sir? Been playing some more Factory Town lately. Unfortunately, I gotta put it off a little bit longer. Oh, you were playing Factory Town. Excellent. Hope it's going well, sir. We are playing Lord of Dwarves again, and We're getting pretty close. I think this is the last campaign. We just had a real rough one, though. We kind of got spanked a little bit. I want to go back into our uniforms here. And I want to make sure that I have plate enabled for any of the melee guys. We're gonna try to pull the last group that we need to fight. And then I'm gonna enable chain for any of the ranged guys. Any of them that don't already have it. I can't remember if we have anybody in a regular militia, but I definitely want them in plate if we do. I don't think so, though. Pretty sure that I made custom uniforms for everyone. Yeah, there we go. Doing pretty good. We're having kind of a shorter stream than normal today. Deb's in taking a nap, though. So I wanted to hopefully finish off the... I think this is the last campaign, and we've already killed off 2 groups. We've freed the old archer tower that was taken over by gnolls. We killed the Enton in the old lodge, and now we gotta pull this big old group. So I'm gonna go back into military real quick, civilians, and down to militia. We're going to demote all of our farmers to civilians. We're going to try and set them up so that they can pull those guys in for us. So I'm going to set a couple of things to be chopped. And we'll keep an eye on them, see if they head over there. Oh no. One of them is heading over there, but he's hurt. So hopefully he can outrun the orcs. I'm just hoping that he gets close enough to pull them, too. We're doing pretty good, though. This has been our best run so far. And the last time that we got attacked, we were really low on bolts and arrows. And it was pretty brutal. We had one of our attackers make it all the way up to the top of the archer tower, and he killed a ton of people. And then we had a couple of laborers and haulers get caught out, where it was like 4 enemies in heavy armor on one at a time. We ended up losing 10 dwarves in one attack. Basically double the number of dwarves that have died this entire playthrough in one freaking attack. So at the moment we're trying to get enough sarcophagus down here to actually bury everybody. We still have 3 people in our little dead person pile here. But regardless, we're gonna keep on keeping on. I've got some farmers that are going on a semi-suicide mission to try and aggravate these orcs and pull them in so that we can fight them on our terms over here in our castle, rather than do it out in the field. The gnolls, I didn't really have much of a choice. We couldn't get close enough to the gnolls to aggravate them, get them to come after us. So I'm hoping that we have better luck with these dudes. Back up to max speed here. I still see a lot of people grabbing bolts for their crossbows. Oh, so he did pull one, but I think it's just the one. Where are you going? Oh no, have I left? Oh, thank God. I forgot to take these towers out. It was nighttime, and I couldn't see them, so I was gonna leave them until the day. So we've got breaches in our fucking castle walls and everything that I haven't repaired yet. Oh man, that would have been terrible. Thankfully, they only pulled one orc. And why is he still alive? He is still alive because I had our guys go into the tower base so that they train more quickly, rather than up to the top of the tower to kill him. Just to save ammo, though, I'm only gonna have the archers go up there. Oh, and I see another little siege ladder. There and there. I'll have to get rid of those. And I'm gonna do an attack order for out here for the dwarf warriors. Actually, I don't think he's gonna go through our traps. Yeah, he's totally not. So I want it over here. That guy, he should be pretty easy kill. Probably not really worth the arrows. Oh god. What are you guys? We have a smith, 2 smiths that are in totally the wrong area. I don't know, they actually might be able to kill him. They're gonna be in the crafter group. Easy. Okay, and I need to go and cancel the rest of that shit until we get our castle back in proper form. I don't want to pull any more of those guys. If we'd have pulled that whole group and I hadn't noticed that, Armageddon. We'd have all been dead. Every single person. There would be no survivors. Delete our attack areas. And it shouldn't take long for a laborer to come over and throw that in. At least I hope it won't. I'm just really hoping that we don't get our next invasion before we can get the siege stuff all taken care of. So you guys go back down to tower base. I don't know, the biggest problem is that people are gonna, this is definitely the shortest way in or out, so they're gonna prefer to path through that. So if somebody's standing there, our workers won't be able to place that stone. Did I miss any other ladders? Doesn't look like it. Oh, nice. We already got that stone in there. Good deal. That always makes me nervous. Pathing in this game is okay, but there's a couple of things that are still kind of scary. Alright, I actually think we're already ready to roll. We got that hole patched up. We took down all of their ladders. Doesn't look like I've missed any in here. So they should be forced through the kill area. We are still making some bolts. And we just got a bunch of redwood in, so that's fantastic, because those are going to be far better arrows than bolts. And now I don't see any spare bolts. It looks like we're doing really good on arrows. A little low on bolts. What are you up here doing? Oh, okay, you're a laborer, so he's installing the one spare bolt that we have in one of our ammo bins. But if we do have a spare bolt, then we know that everybody right now already has quivers full of bolts. So let's give this a shot. Again. Thank goodness we only pulled one orc, though. So we've got 3 civilians. I'm going to try to get them working their way over there to pull all those orcs in. And I'm really hoping that if we can kill off this group, that's the end of this campaign. Because if it isn't, I don't know what the fuck we're going to do for the rest of the campaign. we're kind of going all in here. We have 35 orcs, 13 goblins, and 3 ettins that we would really prefer to kill before this next invasion. Still got 2 guys to bury. We're about 9 under on our max pop. When we get those guys buried, hopefully we'll be able to get some additional militia in here. I just saw a guy carrying an Ettin weapon. Okay, good. It looked like his quiver was empty though, so I wanted to see what the hell was going on with that, but... I guess he's getting ready to break it down. I kind of want to pay attention to that though, because this is the first opportunity that we've had to actually fight an Ettin. So I'm curious what we get out of it. I would think that it's tin, just the same as all these other guys' weapons. Aw, damn. Just tin. You actually get so much freaking tin from recycling the attacker's equipment that I think we're gonna be a lot more efficient about how we mine next time. Because, like... we have all this leftover tin. Well, I guess it's 50-50. Some of it's tin. A lot of it should also be silver ore. They look similar enough when it's not very well lit that I have to actually mouse over them and look in the bottom right to figure out what the hell's what. Look at all that copper that we have. Jesus. Or, sorry, it's bronze. We've already refined it from copper into bronze. So it doesn't really matter here. I think I'm gonna go plate with any bar and chain with any bar. And that way, if anyone is still using wooden gear, they'll at least get tin or bronze or something. We'll do our shields too. Any bar, any leather. Just a bulwark and heater. I don't think I have anyone using bucklers anymore. We'll get a couple of pieces of armor before the orcs actually arrive. Oh, okay, I think that one did it for sure. Slow it down a little bit. Run, civilians! Yeah, I think we pissed them off good. Ah, it doesn't look like we pulled the big guys, though. Okay, so let's cancel that and that. The civilian should take off and hightail it all the way back. They should be okay. I've got them all with pretty good amulets of speed. I'm going to move the archers, any of our ranged guys up to the top of the archer tower. Move the dwarf warriors down to guard post 1. Move the haulers and laborers in the reserves, and we'll have all of the civilians head specifically for the safe area there. Get everybody all lined up. This is only a fraction of the size of the waves that are coming in. And a lot of these guys, like these little goblins, are going to get fucked on. They are not very well equipped for this. Run, civilians. Run, bunny. Problem is, after that, we might have to take on that other invasion. I don't know, it depends on how long it takes for us to get our civilian back up there to pull the other Ettin and the last few remaining orcs. Or we could YOLO it and just send all of our melee guys in there. Oh no. Oh good, it was their guys getting shot by our arrows. I don't think we lost one of our guys. Ha, get dicked on. I saw little damage tickers going off there and there he is. So our other civilian is fine at the moment. Get 'em, archers. I'm pretty confident in our fighters. Once they start to get to the front here, I think I'm gonna send the fighters in. I don't want to do it right now though. I want a decent amount of them that are coming in. Because, like, that guy, he's going to die to a trap. So if I start to send my fighters in now, then there's a good chance that they'll actually end up fighting out here with the guys at the end of the pack. And that would be bad. Get them, little spike traps. Get them. Doesn't look like we had anybody split off from the main herd there. That's probably far enough. So we'll put in an attack area. We'll send in the warriors. Shit, I think we used up all of our arrows though. These guys should still totally be getting pounded. I think the vast majority of our guys are out of ammo. Where the fuck are my warriors? There they are. They were still down in the mines. There's one of them showing up. We have like 10. Well, I guess the militia's gonna have to pitch in a little. Thankfully, he's attacking the guy with the best armor and shield. Sweet. Nice, it looks like just the one remaining. Yeah, I'm not seeing any arrows even being fired at him now. I can hear the sound of them picking up more bolts and arrows. Get 'em, boys. Excellent. No deaths that time, so that's good. Oh, fuck. They don't even have any more arrows that I can purchase either. The humans have already left. I did purchase all of their wood. Now we have to decide, do we want to take on a huge invasion? Or do we want to just give it a shot and see if we can take on the Etten and this last couple of orcs? Looks like one of their goblins stayed behind too. Oh no, he's an orc. He's not very well equipped, no armor. Well, I think we can go for it. This is gonna suck though, because we're more likely to pull just the one orc than we are to pull the any of the Etten. I think the only really good shot that we have of pulling the Etten is try and get somebody over there to cut down that tall grass. Maybe they can make it back here and aggro the whole group. Might lose a farmer, but at this point... Okay, so gotta go back into the military tab. Let the civilians free. We definitely want our laborers and our haulers free for now. Crafters as well. And whatever the hell that group is. I'm gonna move these guys to the base of the tower. I'm gonna leave the dwarf warriors on guard post 1, and then I want to go into combat. And I don't want the laborers engaging any subterranean monsters anymore. Just the soldiers. If one does show up, and they probably will. They show up about every day. We get a couple of monsters that spawn down there. And I didn't have anyone restricted, did I? No. Good. So we'll get a little bit of training in. Just trying to fill time a little bit while this poor set of farmers goes out to hopefully pull all of them in. Hopefully they'll be able to pull them all over here before the next invasion happens. Do we still have gnomes? We do. There's not a whole lot of reason for me to buy their stuff, since we're so close to the end. I'm gonna buy their iron. See if we can trade off some of this stone. Well, not really. We have a little bit of it. Nothing worth anything, though. So as far as our 5,000 unhauled items, big old chunk of it is ore that hasn't been turned into bars yet. And then we do have 300 bronze bars. But our smiths should be making that into additional armor right now. What else did you guys bring? Bone, torches, and some brooches. Okay. Let's see what we can get. Just the third one. I've already bought everything that the first one had, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna get his brooches of protection too. Let's go into our own accessories and see what we have laying on the ground. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's no reason for us to buy a level 2 brooch of protection. Apparently we have too many. By a lot. Oh, those are level 3s though. So we'll buy them, just in case, I guess. Do you want your emeralds for traps? Do you want your iron ore for iron orin? I think I'm going to buy us copper as well. We had a lot of tin ore down there, and not a whole lot of copper to make it into bronze with. That's it for these guys. Sweet. So that's about the best we can do at the moment. These guys, the elves won't be back until the 10th. It's the 6th day of spring right now. We won't get our humans back until tomorrow. We'll be able to buy wood off of them, but that's about it. We can't buy arrows off of them, unfortunately. So I do have the wood armory that's working on our bolts and arrows up at max. We'll just make as many as we can before these guys come in. I don't know, our ground forces are just about as strong, almost as strong as an Etten. Like 2-on-1, we should be able to kill an Etten. Unfortunately, there's 3 of them. Oh, okay. 2 of them are at 345 combat rating, other one's at 424. And these little orcs down here should be easy kills. I think we'll be alright. We'll be able to at least soften him up. Oh, he was able to cut it. And then we did have some bullshit spawning down here. So I'm gonna do an attack area with where all the smiths are. Have all the warriors go and kind of collect here. And hopefully they'll be able to defend our smiths. So they're all going to go down into the mine. Hopefully kill those demons without too many casualties. Oh, there's one already. Oh, God. Okay. Well, he definitely pulled the Etten. Unfortunately, he kind of did it with his face. Which really just leaves this one other orc. So I think we'll wait. We'll pull them in. Let's go to the military here. The first thing that I want is all of our archers, crafters, and militia to get the hell to the top of the tower. I want the civilians to get somewhere safe. I want the warriors to keep doing what they're doing right now. But I do want the haulers and the laborers to get out of the mine, because we're going to have that demon down there. That's what I figured that kill was from. I figured he caught a smith out, but our poor little dwarf came up and cut down that piece of grass, and I was hoping on his way back home that the Ettins would see him, but apparently he started coming over here for something. Oh, he was going for that other red cap that I marked. Poor guy. That was totally my fault. And we lost our another one. Ah, yeah, there's that fucking demon. These guys are brutal, man. Dropped another adamantine sword, though. I don't know. A dwarf's life for a sword? Probably not worth, right? Poor little guy. That should be it for everything down in the mines, though. So we should be free and clear to engage. And they're just about within range. See a lot of people with empty quivers. I don't know, I see a lot of them with totally full quivers as well, though. 3 Ettins is no joke. Oh, why are we shooting at the orc even? You dicks. Shoot the Ettin. You have like 20 arrows and you're wasting them on an orc. Nice. Well, you did a pretty good job on that strongest Ettin. And then he's also got to go through our traps. Okay, let's set a new attack area at the end here. Make sure that those warriors... Okay, good. They're all the way up here. Make sure that they get in there. Because I mean, we would definitely prefer to fight those guys on our traps rather than inside the courtyard there. So they're walking over spike traps right now. It's gonna be a hell of a fight. Our guys are pretty well trained, though. But are they well trained enough to take on a freaking Ettin with basically no backup? Oh, wow. Alright. Apparently they're definitely well trained enough to take on that Ettin. This is just ignoring us. He's gonna come in and fight our laborers and haulers. Oh, we are so close to an invasion. Oh, he killed one of our guys. We are so fucking close to that invasion that now we're just in a race. Haulers, laborers, and warriors. All of our melee guys. I'm just gonna send them right after this last orc. We have one more orc to kill. Can they get there and kill him before this invasion hits? If they don't, then I gambled wrong, and we are fucked. And if there's anything else coming after us after we kill him, we're probably fucked too. Our entire army is going to be out in the field, rather than inside of our castle. Run, guys, run! The haulers... some of them will have some speed amulets, so they're not going to be as encumbered by their heavy armor as the actual warriors, but... Oh, it's so close. I think we're going to make it. Get 'em, boys. Congratulations. Yes! You completed level 9. Completed the Lord of Dwarves campaign. Thanks for playing. Man, that one was tough. Lord of Dwarves, game by Nick. Don't know how to say your last name. Special thanks to open source software. Lord of Dwarves was developed using entirely free open source software. Thanks for playing. Cool. Hey, what's up, Pseudo? Yeah, he caught us just in time to finish it. Start from the beginning. Please enjoy the sandbox mode, which has extensive game parameter customization. Alright, so up to you guys then. Should we do a sandbox playthrough, or should we play a new game? So I do have a new game that I just got. This is one that actually was hanging out with Matron, and we went over to hang out with a fella who was playing it. I can't remember the damn name of it off the top of my head. It was, thank you, GG. GG. I think it's Workers and Resources. It's like a city builder, set in the Soviet Union. This would be a totally first look for me. Well, actually, Deb should be up pretty soon. I might just be better to break it up into 2 streams. Because we were kind of planning on doing a fairly short stream today. Deb's just in taking a nap. Let's check out at least the... Oh, yeah. Very nice. So we can set it to a huge map, 320 by 320. Factory Town, that one's definitely on the list. I've put that one back just a little bit, though. So that we can try out this new game, and then Factory Town will probably be coming up right after that. So we can set in invasion density and frequency. Oh, and you can choose who is going to attack you. Goblins, gnolls, or orcs? Well, we would definitely go with mixed. You can choose your starting population and skills. Oh, there's even an advanced tab. So invasions... Oh, you can limit them to always being the same level. You can also set the speed. Looks like same for subterranean. You can do a large invasion every year. The first invasion every year will be larger than normal, except for the first year. So you get a 1-year buffer there. Or you can do the first invasion every season. Jeez. Surface resources. I was going to take a look at this the other day, and I just never got to it. Oh, nice. We can adjust the night brightness. I kind of wish that was an option all the time. Because I understand, you know, getting dark at night and everything, but... it's a little bit difficult to see on stream sometimes. Oh, we can disable them requiring food and drink, sleep... or allow them to construct at range, which is something that typically you would only be able to do with a bracelet of construction. And then we can set our starting treasure to whatever the hell we want to. So I skipped over a couple of these. You can do kingdom name, climax battle. Select a culminating battle for which you must prepare your dwarves for. Monster invasions, demon invasions, elite monsters, or twin elite monsters. Choose how many years your dwarves have to prepare for the climactic battle, and then you can do an overall difficulty. And they do have presets too, easy, normal, hard, and creative mode, which I'm assuming has all the cheaty type shit enabled. Terrain size, you can do bumpiness of the terrain and the overall height of the terrain, which is also handy. Caverns is pretty much self-explanatory. Topology. Mountain, triple mountain, plateau, dry lake, crater valley, and ridgeline, which is just kind of loose parameters, because it still is gonna spawn everything in randomly. Okay, so I think we covered pretty much all of it. I thought there were more tabs that I skipped. Yeah, let's break it up into a couple of streams, because I hate to get started on a new sandbox one, and then only get about 20 minutes into it. I'm pretty sure that, matter of fact, I might go wake her up myself just to make sure that she doesn't mess up her sleep schedule. I think I'm going to call it for the day, though. We only got about 2 hours in. Far, far shorter stream than normal. Typically we go for about 8 to 12 hours. So if you're new to the stream, hit follow, come on back, hang out. We will be back tomorrow. Usually yesterday is the only day that we take off. Typically it's like 1 day a week, and it's gonna be Wednesday or Thursday. Today we got the 2 days off though, so Deb's in taking a nap. But I'm gonna head out for the night. We'll be back with either more Lord of Dwarves. Like, let me know in Discord which one you would rather see. Either Lord of Dwarves or, I just installed it, Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. I'll probably take a first look at that one tomorrow, though. So we may put off the sandbox playthrough of Lord of Dwarves for just a little while longer and check out a whole new city builder game that I think just came out about a week ago on early access. Not really sure. I didn't know about that one until a couple of days ago, and we were in a raid with Mr. Matron. So I'm going to head out. Have a great night, guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.